advanced level of criminalism, bribery and corruption. Dis na wetin pipo talk the moment President Bola Tinubu and Wike open houses and residences for justice in Abuja. My pipo, no be small wahala o. President Bola Tinubu and Wike don finally commission luxury resident buildings for judges in the Court of Appeal and the Federal High Court. Dis one happen for Abuja. So dis one e go help dem ease their work to do the right thing. Make una watch the full video on everything wey happen during and every speech wey Wike make and every other high prominent people wey at ten d that house opening. After that watch am finish, drop your opinion for the comment section and don't forget to like and share make e reach more people.
Sometimes we are delighted and happy when we see prominent Nigerians who appreciate the good works of Mr. President and always come to give support, appreciating, yes indeed, Mr. President is doing well. Let me therefore especially recognize the former national president of the most important association in Nigeria, Nigerian Bar Association, who also former chairman of the Body of Ventures, former chairman, Council of Legal Education, and by the grace of God, the ambassador designate to the Republic of Ireland, Honorable Chukwujeka Joe Okocha, Senior Advocate of Nigeria. Your Excellency, where we come from, there are traditional rulers that are very influential in our daily life, influential in where we work. I would like to recognize those who laid the foundation for some of us to use the ladder to climb where we are today. My dear brother, the political bulldozer of Rivers State, even though he has abandoned politics and now a traditional ruler. They call him sergeant, but he has never been in the army. Where he got the name sergeant, I do not know. But thank God the military is not prosecuting him for answering a sergeant who tied into the army. Sergeant Chidi, I would say, the paramount ruler of Emmanuel. Your Excellency, like you said, there are those who fought for the Niger Delta, for them to be recognized based on the fact that of what we produce, what we call the Niger Delta fighters, who, because of their struggle, the Ministry of Niger Delta was created. One of the influential traditional rulers in our time, and we are happy that he's here today to appreciate what Mr. President is doing. His Royal Highness, the Honorable of Old Ancient Okochiri, Atake Michael Tom, who is also here. Senator Philip Tanimu-Aduda and the leaders of the various political parties that are here, gentlemen of the press, ladies and gentlemen. Mr. President, on behalf of the Federal Capital Territory Administration, let me join my dear sister, the Minister of State, to thank you and also welcome you. Today is the 6th of the 31 days here marked for commissioning of projects celebrating the anniversary of Mr. President's historic anniversary. And your administration is indeed, this is history, that your administration is taking out 31 days to let the world know what you have done in the Federal Capital Territory. Yesterday, we commissioned the 10 judges' quarters for the Court of Appeal. Today, we're here for the Federal High Court. July 7 to Saturday, we'll be doing that of the FCT High Court, which has the highest number, as 20, but all the same standard. I'm sure the judges of the Federal High Court, even though I do not know whether they have taken a look by going inside. But I do know I pity the Chief Judge of the Federal High Court, how he's going to allocate these houses. Looking to the faces of the judges, I'm sure most of them must have consulted their prayer warriors to make sure that the Chief Judge also include them here. Anything that is good is good. Nobody that will come here, no matter how wicked you are, no matter how unappreciative you are, he will say, Mr. President, we thank you for doing this. Again, it's also to understand how Mr. President feels, what he thinks about the judiciary, how the judiciary should be independent. But it cannot be independent when you cannot talk about giving them a befitting environment to work, improving their welfare. These are things that will make the independence of the judiciary and uphold the rule of law. We are very happy that we are part of this administration that changing the narrative. I sincerely thank you for giving us the opportunity. Your Excellency, I pity the Acting Executive Secretary and the staff of the FCDA. You know, working with me is very difficult, very, very difficult, because you really have to show that you have the capacity to deliver. The contractor has said so. I think if I've not been here, I've been here more than 20 times supervising this project and letting him know that if you collect our money during the rainy season, you must also work during the rainy season. No excuses of, oh, it was raining. If you know you will collect our money and you won't work, keep our money. Then during Hamatan, during dry season, we can pay you the money. So I was coming here, there's nothing like it is raining. I said you can also empower those who say they are rain doctors. Go and bring them. Let there be no rain. I'm happy this project is completed within the time schedule. But I will appeal to the Chief Judge of the Federal High Court. The federal government has provided, but I believe that when we come back here in the next 1 year, it will still look like this. You know, we have problem, a culture of not having culture of maintenance culture. Most people say it's lacking in us. I don't want to believe so. I believe that if you have your own private house, the way you keep your private house is the way you keep wherever you are staying. It's very important that we keep the standard the way it is. I'm sure that we'll be happy when we come back here next 1 year. Luckily for us, the contractor has 6 months to maintain the structure before he finally leaves. I'll be glad that when Your Excellency comes here next time, you will see that it still takes the same look. Your Excellency, yesterday we flagged off the construction of the Industrial Court Judges' Quarters and that of the Code of Conduct Tribunal. That is looking by the left side and the right side of those who are there. The Code of Conduct Tribunal will have theirs there, while the judges of Industrial Court will have their own over there. And that will be completed latest January 2027. That's the assurance we have given, the same standard, And Your Excellency, let me say this. When we came here looking for land where we construct judges' quarter, there was no road around this area. But last year, Mr. President commissioned all the roads within this Katambe. This land belongs to Julius Berger PLC. And when I looked at the record, 15 years ago they were given the property and there was no development. And I said, well, we want to build judges' quarters. So giving you this land for 15 years, no development, we'll take back our land. And all over social media, they were calling me land grabber, land grabber. I didn't bother myself. I know where I was going to. And because any politician that has not been called any name, there you are not a politician. Part of those land grabbing is where we are today, so that people will know that I did not grab any land, rather I'm doing the work I'm supposed to do. All around these areas, I have told the ESFCD that these areas will be named Judges Zone. We have acquired every property around here. We don't want any other person to stay within this vicinity. There are those who built over 2-3 stories. I told them to bring it down, pay them compensation, because I don't want a situation where you are saying the top floor, overlooking where judges are living, and the judge is going out, you now begin to call your people, he or she is coming out at that particular time. We have to protect and give security to them. We're also building a police station here, so as to be protected very well. So we think it's our duty, not just giving them houses. Security is also important. I believe that with this, we should be doing our work, and I thank you for the opportunity you have given to us. On this note, sir, I invite you to talk to us and commission the project. Thank you.
Okay, so these are the houses. They are people judges. Wow, you can see they are glorious. And I think they also have some for the Federal High Court judges. Well, people are saying that it's a way of shutting down the judges, but I think that's the responsibility of the executive. They build houses for lawmakers, so what is wrong with building for the other arms of government? I don't see it so. And recently we have seen cases also being won even by the opposition. The same appeal court just yesterday overruled Justice Peter Lifu. So, and INEC, that people have also complained about, is also making a case for the parties that were asked to be registered. So I do not think, but whatever it is, the bottom line is let the judiciary be strengthened. If providing this type of houses will help them to get their job done well, they should do it, because we must save this democracy and we must save Nigeria. So far, I can tell you that Tinubu has done well in the FCT, courtesy of Nyesom. You may not like him, but you cannot hate what he has done.